Okay, so the entire community, it seems, is weighing in on the Alex Reed's Tarot situations. And to be honest, I did not know who this Blanquita was until like 2 days ago. Um, but apparently she was very popular, and Haley Williams from Paramore had a lyric about her. That being said, like, her decision to return to Christianity or whatever, that's her business. I don't think it's any of our business. Um, but I would like to kind of like start the conversation on a few points regarding the situation in terms of like the broader picture, right? So I think the first thing to keep in mind is like never put anyone on a pedestal. Um, Tarot readers, priests, priestesses, shamans, even our own elders. Like we are all human beings. We are all imperfect. We are all capable of making mistakes. So do not put anyone on a pedestal. Number two, I think it is important to see the spiritual journey more as a circle than a linear framework. And actually, I was reminded of this today because there was a video I did back in 2022 talking about like getting, the spirit sending me back to spiritual kindergarten, like going back to the basics, going back to the things that I learned when I was a teenager, things that my aunt had taught me, things that my godfather had taught me, things that I had learned along the way, and kind of like applying it to the present situation. And I think that's also important because, again, it's that cycle, right? Like, you may come to that point in time where something from the basics will help you in the current situation, right? The lesson might be different this time around, right? But the knowledge that you have will aid you in that. Okay, and my third point is whenever you get a reading, whether you do it yourself, whether you go to one of your elders, whether you hire someone to do it for you, right? Ultimately, the decisions to make are in your hands, right? The reader is just giving you the information, right? The diviner may give a prescription to do an offering, to do a ritual, to do a cleansing, whatever. But it is up to you to do that step, right? To take the information and do something about it, right? The person is just a guide, right? They are not in control of your life. I mean, if they are, then, that's how cults start. But we're talking about, like, ultimately, you have the sovereignty, right? You have the choice to make what you do with that information. And to my last point, you're going to encounter resistance along the way. Like, even at this stage of the game, like, I was deciding, like in that video from 2022, I'm going to use a certain oracle deck. I'm going to pull one card a day. I'm going to write about it. I'm going to write about my experiences and my impressions and be receptive to the message that the ancestors and guides are giving, right? And it looks easy, right? But, throughout the day, like, we have things to do, we have work, we have all kinds of responsibilities to do, and then the day suddenly slips away from us. So, that happened the other day, and I was like, oh my God, I didn't do the thing, I didn't pull a card, and then journal about it. And next thing you know, like, it's 8 o'clock at night, and I was like, all right, hold up. I'm gonna get the deck out, I'm gonna get my notebook, I'm gonna get a pen, and then I did it, right? So sometimes you have to give yourself grace, like, if you miss that time at 8 o'clock in the morning, maybe go and do it at 8 o'clock at night. So give yourself some grace in the process. Yeah, and I would like to hear all your thoughts on this. I think this is a good discussion to have, like aside from the situation, because that is her personal business and she doesn't owe us anything, right? But just to talk about certain things, in regards to the spiritual path, in regards to divination, in regards to reading. And I would like to have more videos on this topic and, continue this discussion.